Guys, welcome back to the Coach Beast Mode channel. Today I'm going to do a comparison for you guys. I'm going to go over formal education versus self-education, like reading books. The reason why I want to talk about this topic because I think it's going to be extremely helpful for a lot of people my age, younger than me, and people that are also older than me that haven't gained this experience. So what I want to do is teach a little bit about the formal education on what I learned and how you guys can apply it also to yourself, and self-education of what I did after graduating from VCU with my bachelor's degree. Alright, so let's get started. I hope you guys are excited about this lesson. My background at VCU, so I graduated college about 10 years ago. Took me 4.5 years to graduate. Woohoo! Try to get that out before 5 years. But here's how much it approximately cost me. It cost me about $35,000. Student loans, went into debt for it. Was the money worth it? I don't think so, because when I graduated college, I still felt like a dummy. But there was a few things that I did learn by myself, on just my self-motivation, and by learning a few things. There are a few things that I did learn from college, but I don't think it was worth the $35,000 that I paid. Guys, so one of the most important skills that I learned when I was in college was critical thinking. What is critical thinking, you might ask? It's actually learning how to solve your own problems. I feel like I'm a guru at solving my own problems, and I've done it my whole life just because I put myself in uncomfortable situations. Going off to college in Richmond, 90 minutes away, what I did is, I learned how to find my own housing, learned how to feed myself. I learned how to join an organization and actually be effective and influential in that way, and learn how to solve my own problems by balancing social life, academic life, and that I think is one of the most important skills that you need to learn when you go off to school. And today, I work with a lot of people that do have college educations and ones that don't have college education. I think this is one of the most important things that if you're not college educated, if you learn how to critically think, you could actually just go ahead and skip college if you wanted to. This is one of the most important skills that I learned going through college, but I didn't learn it in the classroom. I learned it outside of the classroom by just putting myself in a different arena. Alright guys, so have you guys ever heard that important saying, it doesn't matter what you know, it matters who you know, right? Does anybody actually take that into practice? So when I went off to college, I knew that networking was one of the most important things. I was a very shy, very insecure person, but I knew it was my opportunity to erase that whole image from high school and everything, and just kind of recreate myself. So what I aimed to do was become the most popular person at my university. So I had so many friends, so many good networks of friends that I still keep in contact with to this day. And that skill of networking that I learned while I was in a university has paid off tremendously in my professional life and in my personal life. I learned how to create relationships, meaningful relationships, and actually be able to keep in contact with people. And yes, networking. And you can learn networking without having to go to a university, right? So when I graduated college, I really still felt like I didn't know anything. And it's almost the exact same feeling when you took your driver education class and then you got done, you still felt like you didn't know how to drive. For me, just personally. So let me name a few things that jobs and sports that I played right after college in this whole 10-year span. I wanted to gain real life experience and go through the learning process. My first job was a commercial property manager. I was a leasing consultant, assistant property manager, assistant general manager, property manager. I am a CrossFit coach, photographer, a YouTuber. I was a volunteer EMT, and one of my biggest learning experience was being a door-to-door salesman. And what else? I'm also a celebrity chef on the Coach Beast Mode network. Alright, so I just want to tell you about some of the sports that I played throughout my life, not just after college, but I played football, I wrestled, I was a power lifter in high school, and after college. I did a lot of bodybuilding, powerlifting, I did CrossFit, and I was a runner. And I was also a biathlete. I did running and mountain biking at the same time. So those are the sports that I used to learn how to apply real life principles and learning these new skills. So as you can see, I did a lot of things, learned a lot of things professionally and personally as myself. And in the whole time when I've been trying to learn things like CrossFit and run and marathoning, learning sales, things like that, the whole time I did self-educate myself. It wasn't one of those things where I just did the job or did the act itself. A lot of things that helped me along my way was actually self-educating myself. Right now, you know, I am actually growing a real estate business and being a bodybuilder. Who's perfect to set an example is Arnold Schwarzenegger. He actually was a bodybuilder. You know, he was a bodybuilder. He was also a professional in real estate, where he made actually a lot of his millions before he became an actor. So, you know, his life kind of relates to my life and kind of what I envisioning myself. And then right now I'm reading Crush It by Gary Vaynerchuk. So I'm actually learning how to build social media influence through my content, as you can see here on this YouTube channel. But so actually this stuff, anytime when I'm doing something or progressing, I'm reading, I'm doing, and I'm also learning at the same time. We call this immersion. It's a new technique that I started learning from Tony Robbins, where you learn, you teach, you actually do, right? You're hitting it 3 ways instead of just an old school method of formal education where you learn from the teacher, you take the exam, and then there is no practicality. It doesn't stay in your brain if you're not teaching it, if you're not doing it. You know, I hope you guys enjoyed my comparison of formal education and self-education, and this is just meant to raise a little bit of awareness for you guys. I'm not bashing the universities or anything you know, that you guys have decided. It's just my opinion, because I've been and done both and gained a lot of experience these last couple years throughout my life. I want to share my knowledge. As you can see, you know, have you ever heard that saying where like, man, I wish I knew this like 10 years ago? This is for the younger generation. This is for the older generation. I believe a lot of this information I do give out for you guys can use in your life. You guys, if you guys believe that, you know, you can't do anything because you haven't gone to a university, well, just figure out the 2 most important things. You gotta learn how to network. You gotta learn how to critically think. And if you're self-educating yourself and you think you can't read these books, there's audio books. And read things, there's ways to listen. There are audible books that I listen to, I read, I watch a lot of content on YouTube, more educational programs that you guys need to start doing and trying to figure out how your learning skill is. I sucked at taking exams and I always thought I was stupid, but at the end of the day I realized I had a lot more practicality and a lot more people that were really good at exams. So I emphasize that strength. You got to know what your strength and weaknesses are to make sure that you know, you excel in your life. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in this week to this week's episode where I did a comparison of formal education and self-education. Guys, think about formal education versus self-education and real life experience. Make sure to comment below. Follow me on my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm dropping dope content for you guys. And then make sure to stay motivated, stay hungry, and live like a beast.